Okay, folks, six or several actual simple, safe steps to protect your home from burglars. Unfortunately, this time of year is the time. The nights are drawing in, the days are getting longer, and they're getting even shorter, and it's getting darker quicker. So with that in mind, as we head further into the autumn, are you planning for Christmas? There, I've mentioned it. Try to keep your energy bills as low as possible. That's another one you're probably trying to do as well. Or do you welcome the shorter days as a chance to get a nice and cozy in front of the telly? Well, how many of us use this time of year to review our annual home security measures? Burglary rates rise when nights get longer and darkness provides natural cover. So with that in mind, here's some top tips from the police website. So www.police.co.uk to improve your home security. So the first one for me, if you've got any suggestions as well, please feel free to comment on them about what you think would be the best home security for someone, because you never know, you might actually help someone and give them a really good idea. As well, if anybody you know might be interested in what I'm about to say, then tag them in it as well. We've got all the details in the post itself, so you can read them at your leisure if you want to click on the post and actually see more information on these bullet points I'm actually talking about. I'll probably try and add some things on as well, and if you want to elaborate on what I'm talking about as well, more than happy to read out some of these comments. So the first one for me is lock your doors and windows every time you leave your house, even when you're just out in the garden. And remember to double lock UPVC windows and doors. It's important that you do that. I mean, we all love the idea of living in an idyllic village or town or city or wherever we are, and we all will love the idyllic view that, you know, no one will actually come or try in my house or actually do anything untoward or break into my house at all. But if you leave the door unlocked, then you're clearly inviting people. I know it's not inviting people, but it does leave it open to chance. I was an auditor, and internal control is a big, big thing. And this is an internal control measure. The first thing you do is take away that opportunity from the person that possibly might take advantage of that. So if you have that opportunity, even windows, probably a classic example is the top hopper on their windows. Don't leave them fully open. If you've got secondary locks, most windows have secondary locks where you can actually open it just a bit and then you can reclose it again, and it actually closes and it stays firm, so no one can actually get in and out of it. But it actually lets an air circulation more than a normal vent on the actual window itself. All windows usually have it, so just double check. If you've got tilt and turn, you could do that as well. Tilt and turn should be fine. These are all the key things to remember. So be very, very vigilant. Remember to hide all keys, including car keys, out of sight and away from the letterbox. Opportunistic people will open your letterbox, they'll look inside with a torch, and if they can see your keys sitting on the table in the hallway, it's easy enough to put a big long cane inside with a hook on the end, go and hook your keys, take them back out, they're either into your house or they're away with your car. That's how easy it is. So hide all keys. Don't leave them in front of everything. Don't leave keys and locks when you walk out the door as well. It is a golden opportunity for someone. After all, if they can get in a small window, just first of all, and you've left a key on the inside door, then they can open the door to take everything out the back door. That is classic. That is a classic one that they do. They leave everything. What they do is they get into your house via a window, possibly smashing it or forcing it, a small window. They get into it, and if you've left a key in the door, and your patio door, your sliding patio door, or your back door, they'll leave that door open. They'll take everything. They'll leave it out the back until they know all the things that they want. And then once they're finished, they'll close the door, and then they'll decant everything from there. So when you come in the door, you don't realize anything's missing for a while, and by that time, they're away. So do not leave keys in doors or in sight of anybody, even when they open, even if they can see through the windows and that. It's the same with your car. Classic example of your car. Don't leave a bag sitting on your seat in the car. Don't leave your jacket sitting on the back seat. Put it in the boot. It just gives people an opportunity to do that. If you can, install a visual burglar alarm. Install a good outside light as well, possibly when it comes off and on. Low LED emitting, so it keeps, it doesn't cost a lot to run, but it's good security measure, especially if you've got a shed out the back garden as well, or you've got a garage to the side. It just the very fact that the light comes on often scares people off. Get a trusted neighbour to keep an eye on your property as well. Even though you're in it, still look after each other. Make sure you look after and you make sure you're all in the right places. Alex actually says here, this is a good comment, Alex, well done. Worth highlighting that quality locks need to be BS standards for mortise locks and go TS 007 3-star for Euro cylinders on the UPVC and composite doors. And also they need to change them when you move house, who still, because it's possible, who still has the keys to your most prized possession. So when you move house, possibly change your locks. It's not really that difficult to change your locks. It literally is a screw. When you open the door, there's a screw right in where the lock is. You unscrew that and then you put your key in the end of the lock. You jiggle it about a bit and the barrel comes out. And you can go down to B&Q or something like that and you can get this standard of lock at these places. You just put another barrel in, exactly the same, but a different lock, put the screw back in and screw it back in, and that's your lock done. Leave radios or lights on in your house on a timer to make the property seem occupied. Quite a lot of people actually leave their radio or their television on for their dogs or their cats or their pets. But some people actually leave lights on now and again just to come on intermittently, maybe in their hallway on a timer, just a wee security light at the side. It just, again, it gives the impression that you're staying in the property. Maybe a good one as well, if you go away anywhere, is maybe get your neighbour to pop in and open and close the curtains and blinds every day, just to make it seem it's like it's lived in. Because people can actually walk past and the curtains are always closed in that house. Is it possible that somebody's away, especially if your cars are away as well? Make sure the fences around your garden are in good condition. Again, it's a deterrent for somebody getting in. If they've got a hole in the fence, easy to get in or easy to kick the fence down. If they've got to get over the fence, now that's a different kettle of fish. If you've got to take something back over the fence, you're less likely to be able to do that. So make sure your fences around your garden are in good condition. Secure bikes at home by locking them in an immovable object inside a lock shed or a garage. So lock up your bikes to an immovable object. So if you've got maybe an iron bar or something like that at the side of your garage, or there's something fixed, you could actually lock your bike into that. Now, my best part is do the back wheel and do the frame, because these are the two most important things. If you can get the front wheel in at the same time, fair enough, but the front wheel can easily be replaced. It's no much cost, but the frame and the back wheel are the most important things. So if you can get them both done at once, that's the most important thing. And then lock them inside a shed or a garage. Keep ladders and tools stored away. Don't leave them outside where they could be used to break into your home. You leave a ladder out the back door, it's just inviting somebody to get that. If you've got a window open upstairs, they just take the ladder that you've got lying outside the back, put it against the roof and get in the window upstairs. Simple as that. Ensure side gates are locked to prevent access to the rear of the property. So ensure your side gates are locked to prevent the access to the rear of the property. Improve natural surveillance at the front of your property. In other words, trim your hedges so people can actually see your property. Don't let them overgrow, because then that keeps everything hidden. Consider joining or forming a neighbourhood watch scheme. Most people have it. Most people don't, but most people are still vigilant for each other and look after each other. Remove valuables from view on ground floor windows. Just like your car. You've got a bag sitting on the front seat, or you've maybe got money sitting in the side pocket that people can see. or you've maybe got your coat sitting on the back seat. So anything that's like that, it's just like in your house. Don't leave valuables sitting in front of anything. Same with an office. Do not leave valuables sitting in the office so people can just basically smash and grab. They're away. It doesn't take long for them to do it. And there is people out there, despite what we would like to think about our utopian society, that will actually do that if given the opportunity. Again, it's back to internal control. It's like if you give people, if you put that temptation in front of some people, they will take that opportunity. So remove the temptation. And finally, store any high value items, jewelry, passports, in a properly secured safe or something that will actually no one else will go to. Now, it could be, you know, you get these wee B&Q safes that you can put in your floor somewhere under your carpet in the corner of the room or something like that, or in your, you know, in your wardrobe fixed to the ground in a safe. You can get all these different things, but you know, there's other ways to do that. You can just out of sight, out of mind. Don't make it obvious where it is. Probably the most important thing. Alex says another comment here. Alex, thanks for commenting. A secured by design D-lock with a looping cable is a great way to secure bicycles and other items in a shed, particularly if locking them away for the winter. Thank you for commenting, Alex. Really appreciate that. Now, hope that these tips have actually been really good for you. Again, they're on this post itself, so you can see them at your leisure, and you can tag anybody else and share anybody else with them, or share them on their community pages. After all, you never know. You might just avoid that difficult situation where your next door neighbour or your friend or something like that has left that opportunity in front of someone and they've taken advantage of it, broken it in their house or broken it in their car, or their car's gone missing, and you know, we could have avoided this just by these simple steps and following them. And that's me. Until next time, until tomorrow morning, actually, for the Saturday morning show at 9:30. I'll see you then. Bye-bye for now.